So for me, the biggest advantage I have against any other buyer's agent or buyer in the marketplace is I've got the biggest database of agent relationships in the country of people that I've actually provided value to. So because I've got the Both Sides podcast and we've for the last 3 years given free content to agents across the country, most of them know of me and Both Sides. Therefore, we've given that much free equity, free value to them that I could pick up the phone to an agent I've never met in Tasmania, and there's a high probability they'll give me an off-market property. So it kind of comes back to the last piece is to get off market, you've got to build rapport and a relationship with the agent to get them to give you access to things before the general public. If you don't have a relationship, what's the next best thing? The next best thing is you showing you're a serious buyer in the marketplace, that you have the capacity to transact straight away. So like the previous example, I could call an agent I've never met before, but come across with authority and say, hey, Dave, this is a quick call to see if you could potentially help. I've got a client that signed my agreement, pre-approved, ready to go, and we could exchange today. We're looking to buy a property in the marketplace you sell in. We currently have 2 properties with other agents. Just wanted to put the feelers out. We want to be in specifically this pocket of the suburb. Do you have any current vendors you're speaking to that, if had the conversation, would consider potentially selling? That's one way to get an off market where you've not met them or have any rapport, but you're showing that you're a qualified buyer and you're a professional in the process. Yeah. And the other thing that prevents agents from sending you an off market is if that they feel like you're going to send that off market to other agents or mess them around. So if you do get access to an off market, always give the agent feedback within 48 hours as best as you can. And just kind of understand that as much as an agent should be working to get a deal done, they're also adding value to you in that process. So you want to add value back. So those are the 2 ways I would suggest. Is building relationships is key. If you don't have a relationship, showing you're a qualified buyer who's a professional. Number 3, how you could source exclusive deals, which we do, is we build a direct to vendor database. So we want to give we want to help the agent give us an off market. So this strategy works exceptionally well for us this year. I actually went and got somebody in the Philippines to help me with this process. So there's 2 softwares you can use to build out a direct to vendor database. So there's a software called RP Data, which gives you all the addresses of property in an area, as well as a software called ID for Me, which gives you all the names and numbers of all the homeowners that have those addresses that you want to target. So let's say I want to buy we're in Dural. Let's say I want to buy in a particular pocket of Dural. I will literally create an Excel spreadsheet of all the properties that exist in Dural that I want to be buying, as well as put their email address, phone number, and name. But I don't create that because it would take too much of my time. Yeah. I go into the Philippines and get somebody to create that Excel spreadsheet for me. Once I have that Excel spreadsheet, I send that over to the top performing agents in the suburb I'm buying in and say, hey, Mr. Agent or Mrs. Agent, I've got an Excel spreadsheet of all the properties that my clients highlighted, or if you're the buyer, you say, these are all the properties that I want to get access to. I've actually gone and built a direct to vendor database. I thought I'd give you the courtesy of sending this to you first so I don't step on your toes, because you may or may not have already spoke to the vendor in the past and you may have a relationship. Would you consider making a few calls, or do you have anyone on this list that would consider selling for the right price? So that's how you can add value to them initially and create an off-market or direct-to-vendor opportunity without having any relationships. Just make it easy for them.